This is an upper and lower body powerlift demonstration by Rachel Bastaldo for APK 4138L. The lower body powerlift that will be analyzed is a hang clean, the upper body powerlift that will be analyzed is a push press, and then 4 sports will be analyzed to include these lifts in. The lower body powerlift, the hang clean, has several different phases to produce the movement. First would be the starting position. Next is the upward phase, also known as the first pull. Following would be the upward phase, also known as a transition, followed by an upward movement, then an upward catch phase, and a downward phase. These videos will analyze and show exactly how to produce the movement. First an anterior view and then a lateral view. So for the anterior view, you can see how the bar is starting just above the knees, below the knees, or at the knees. Feet are shoulder width apart, just slightly wide. The first pull, where you saw, is when the bar lifts from the start, so lifting the bar just from the knees, and you're lifting the bar as close to the body as possible. The transition phase is a continuation of the first pull phase. Following is the upward phase, where the point where the shoulders reach the highest elevation, and you're pulling your body under the bar. When you get into that upward catch phase, the bar reaches and rests across the clavicle and anterior deltoid, and you are in a standing position. The downward phase is when you unrack the bar from your chest, the clavicle, deltoid area, and you bring it down to the thighs, and then you have the option to bring it down to the floor in a squatting position. For the upper body power lift, the push press, same thing, there are different phases. This push press has less phases than the hang clean, but for the push press, first you start out with the starting position, which then moves to the prep phase, an upward movement phase, and a downward movement phase. So you can see the starting position, my hands are in a closed pronated grip. They are slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Feet are about hip width apart, and toes are pointing slightly outward or just straight ahead. The bar starts on the resting position on the anterior deltoids and clavicle, and you extend the hips and knees to produce movement. From there you can see the prep phase, it flex hips and knees in a controlled speed, and the bar path moves downward. And you dip to about a quarter squat, no more than 10% of height. And then in a upward phase, at the lowest point of that dip, you quickly extend your hips and knees, and you move that bar overhead. In the downward phase, the bar lowers in a controlled manner back onto the shoulder, resting onto the clavicle and anterior deltoid. Power moves can be applied to several different sports to help the athlete improve their fitness or sport-specific movements. In this presentation, tennis, football, volleyball, and water polo would all benefit from a hang clean and push press because of the needs analysis these sports have. So each sport does require a lower and upper body explosive power, strength, speed, and stability. Overall, they're body taxing sports. A hang clean provides lower body explosive power mechanics, but that move is more of an overall body workout, so that movement requires coordination, balance, power, strength, almost everything in the book. A push press is more primarily an upper body strength, so it focuses on all upper extremities, arms, back, things like that. So while it's improving strength and power, it's also improving overhead stability, strength, and posture with that weight that goes overhead. Power moves can be very technical, but when they're done correctly, they do provide many beneficial factors to an athlete, and they should be included in an athlete's periodization training. The hang clean, as I said, is a lower body move, but in reality, it is an exercise that works multiple parts of the body. So it's kind of the whole body. But the push press is primarily upper body move, but it does focus strength and power as well as overhead stability. Before any power move should be performed, an athlete should be well versed in strength training, just because these moves are so technical. If someone does not know the basics, this could be very dangerous for them to perform. They should also perform lead up lifts to the specific power move. That way they are able to do the power move correctly and they have a basis on what to do. Power moves can benefit several, if not all, sports. They cover a wide variety and range of movements that a lot of sports do, so it'd be a good idea to include it.